I'm just going to split a little bit of England chat before and after the break. Just quickly on England, what do you make of this England team now under Gareth Southgate, a man who was a teammate of yours back in the day?
Yeah,
would you back them to go on and win the Euros because they're supposed to, because they're the favourites? But of course we've come up short before. How do you see it?
First and foremost, just him as an individual is a wonderful, emotional, fantastic human being. You know, Gareth, I love him to bits, and it couldn't be, for me, a better England manager than him. I think he's also very similar to Arteta. I think he's come up short a little bit with his backroom staff, maybe, and a little bit of experience in critical moments of Euros, of World Cups, of league titles for Arteta in particular. They just need a little bit of a... it's going similar to when I was my first title, you know, and we tried to throw it away. Luckily, we got over the line in '89 and won it against Liverpool. But once you've done it once, you kind of know when to step up, when part of the years, what time of the matches, what part of the tournaments. You know, you just know to go to another level at particular times, and when to hold the ball, when to kick it out, you know, when to attack, when not to attack, you know, when to turn up. The Middlesbrough, Dennis Bergkamp game, you know, we needed to go up there and get a point. You know what I mean? Come on, let's do this. Invincibles, 12 matches drawn. They needed to do that. Sometimes you just have to do that. And I think we've just fallen short with some of his decisions right at the last knocking. So going forward for that, I think we've got one hell of a chance. Hopefully he's learnt from the past, developed the squad. I've always had an issue with the captain scenario. You know, I said it in one World Cup with Harry Kane. He was looking like he was burnt out, and I. Like I say to you, I like rotating the forwards. Another player can come in and do something for you. And we didn't have that. And if Declan, in the last one, if Declan Rice was and I couldn't believe he took him off in the Italian game, is another decision you're kind of going, actually, you need him in there. Thinking, who's your man? You know, we said off air about Terry Venables saying, who's the most important person for you? And he said, Tony Adams. I need him every single game, every single minute, telling the players what to do, because he's my mouthpiece on the pitch.
And you were his mouthpiece. You felt you were. Absolutely,
I understood him. He came from the same part of town as well, I suppose. But there was an emotional connection there. But also technically, I understood what he was trying to achieve, and then I tried to relay it to the other players, and that's what I did.
We used to hear a bit about cliques in the 2000s, but you know, Terry's a Spurs man. You were an Arsenal man. How did that work?
We were both England men. You know, I love Arsenal to bits, but there's nothing like your country. There's nothing like England. You know, and England and I, you know, Terry and I were both England through and through.
Tony, you took a bit of stick during your career. Harry Maguire's obviously gone through that, possibly still going through that. Where are you? Is he starting for you for England alongside John Stones?
Gareth is making the decisions, and I think he showed him a lot of faith, and I respect that. I respect that. You know, in '88, I was ridiculed. You know, I remember scoring my best ever goal for England in Germany in the Euros, and I got a great header, and I wheeled away to the England fans in the corner, and they all booed me. And when I got back to Luton Airport, they chased me. You know, Coach Lowe's is chasing me from the airport. I was ridiculed. I went in, I focused in Arsenal Football Club, and we won the league the next season. I always said that Jim Rosenthal was actually in the dressing room, in the bar actually of the team hotel when we got knocked out against Holland. And I said to him, I'm going to go back to Arsenal now and prove to everybody else. And if Harry does that, if Harry Maguire goes focusing on his Man United career's up in the air as well, so that's really conflicting, you know. And Gareth to handle that is really difficult. So it's a really big call.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.